Hey there gamers, and welcome back to another episode of our weekly Dreamsnap series. Now, we have some pretty interesting stuff to discuss today. As always, we'll start today's video by taking a look at my Dreamsnap rank and score, followed by the reveal of the Fur, Feather, and Scales submission. We'll then take a look at the brand new Dreamsnap challenge for this week, which is a little different. And of course, we will end today's video by taking a look at everything in the new premium shop lineup, and there are some real gems in there. However, I can't help but wonder why we're back to one page and why we don't have a new Star Path item returning to the premium shop this week. And we'll be discussing possible reasons for this in today's video. Before we get started, I'd like to mention that I'm a small full-time content creator, so pressing the like button on this video can make a very big difference for me. Consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. Now with that out of the way, let's get started. So as we mentioned, we're going to be diving into the Fur, Feather, and Scales submission first. I was really excited for this one. I spent way too much time on this submission, to be honest. Personally, I think it's going to perform very good, but we'll have to see what the community said about that. All right, moment of truth here, and yes, it looks like it did perform quite well. We're only 3 ranks away from the top 100. Our score is 81.42, our rank is 103, and we once again got our beautiful 4,000 moonstones. Like I said, I put a lot of work into this one, so let's claim these rewards. I'll show you the Dreamsnap, and then we'll dive into the rest of the video. And here it is. This is my submission for the Fur, Feather, and Scales outfit challenge. As you can see here, we used the Choco Crocodile. I was excited to use this little companion simply because this was the first companion I ever got. This little guy came with the game if you got early access within the first couple of weeks of it being released. And I've never used it for a Dreamsnap before, so I figured, hey, why not? Now this was an outfit challenge, so let's start with the outfit here. I really wanted to play up the candy vibes and the Crocs colors, so the outfit features a lot of pinks and some darks to represent the chocolate. Starting from the top of the avatar, we have that lighter pink bandana. We have the candy hair here as well, which has like the little lollipops in it. And I took the hair and colored it the same way that the candy path is colored, with this pink and white. I went with a pink sweater, and I have these like dark red gloves, which really seem to match the chocolate of the crocodile, at least in the shade here. It almost makes them look brown, so just like the skirt really. So the gloves and the skirt seem to match the chocolate of the Choco Crocodile. The red shoes are a play on the strawberry. The white sunglasses are a play on the whipped cream. And of course, I had to use that new Fox backpack, mainly because it's just really cute and it had great tags. Now, as far as the setting goes, this setting took way too much work to put together. Starting with the background, we have the sweet house on the far left, we have Vanellope's house on the far right, and then we have the pink castle in the center. The reason I like the pink castle in the center so much is because it goes really well with the pink lights in the back and the pink and white candy pathing we have here. But my favorite thing about it is that glowing heart on the front door. I took these starlight projectors and put them in front of the doorway and behind my character so they were a little bit hidden, and it gave this really lovely illuminated effect, which kind of signifies the bond I have here with my first little companion. Now, as far as the foreground goes, it's loaded with sweets. So since this is at sunset, I used a lot of cakes with candles. We have the Aurora cakes, we have some birthday cakes, I have a lot of cotton candy, I have a lot of like pies and cheesecakes and just everything sweet. You probably noticed there's a whimsical companion on the right and a whimsical companion on the left. Now, I spent hours trying to get these companions to be in the right spot before I finally decided why not just trap them. And that's what I ended up doing because they would not do what I wanted them to do. So if you look at the companions, they are surrounded by these festive plates that you can craft. If you ever want to trap companions or villagers with something small, these little festive plates are a good option. Just keep in mind it does take gold bars to make these. But what I really loved about these red festive plates is that they fit into the scene really, really good. And it just ended up looking like the raccoon and the whimsical squirrel were just enjoying the sweets with us. Overall, I'm very happy with how this turned out. I think it's going to look great in my Dreamsnap portfolio, and I'm very happy with the rank that it achieved. This is the first Dreamsnap I've done that played up on the color pink so much, and it's always fun to try something new. And now that you've seen my Dreamsnap, let's dive into this week's brand new Dreamsnap challenge. Alright, so here's the new challenge, you guys. This one is called Chill Summer, and it is an outfit challenge that states, escape winter's chill with a cool summery outfit. Combine summer and winter clothes to create your unique look. Mandatory tags this week are going to be 4 elegant and 3 wondrous. Our bonus tags are going to be hats and casual. Now I have to say, this feels like a pretty strange challenge, and I'm not quite sure what to make of it, and I probably won't be until I start playing around with the clothing items that fit these tags. Combining summer and winter clothes just feels very foreign to me, but you know what? That's one of the cool things about Dreamsnaps is sometimes it'll push you out of your comfort zone and have you create something that you probably would never create otherwise. So that's one pro I could see to this challenge. Another interesting thing for me about this challenge is that we are now officially in spring, at least here in the United States. And this definitely feels more like a challenge we would see in the winter season. That said, it is a challenge about escaping winter's chill, so maybe that's how they come up with this theme. You know, we're moving out of winter, so we're mixing the seasons together. I don't know, let me know what your thoughts are on this challenge. Are you excited for it? Is it kind of boring to you? Do you think it'll push you out of your comfort zone? What are the pros and cons for this one? And now that we've touched on this week's new challenge, let's take a look at the good stuff, which is going to be this week's Premium Shop lineup. All right, and here we are in this week's Premium Shop lineup. Now, one of the first things I noticed is that we no longer have the 2 pages available. On top of that, there are no returning Star Path items this week. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely thought after last week when we finally had a Star Path item coming back, I thought moving forward we would see one maybe once a week and we would be sticking with the 2 pages. Because if new players are only getting 1 Star Path item every couple of weeks, it is going to take ages for people to get the items they want. But who knows, maybe that will change in the future. For now, I'm just curious about why we're bouncing back and forth. It's possible Gameloft just wants to release these items slowly over time, and it's also possible that there's some extra back-end work needed to get some of these items into the premium shop. Without being on Gameloft's dev team, there's really no way to know. I guess it's also possible that last week's returning premium shop item was more of a test to see how people responded to the Moonstone cost, to the item being there, and just getting a feel for the overall sense from the community. So maybe we won't see these items rolling out in force until a bit later. Or maybe Gameloft wants to sell us these new items first, and then we'll start seeing premium shop lineups with several Star Path items. I guess time will tell. Now, despite there not being any Star Path item in the shop this week, and despite the fact that we only have 1 page, there are some amazing items here, and I think the best value here this week would actually not be the premium house, but the Monsters Incorporated restaurant set. I'm going to purchase all of these items, including this old Beach Vibes set that I passed on a while ago, and I'm going to highlight them so you guys can see what makes them so special. So with that, we'll move on to the final part of this video, which will be the full premium shop review. Now we'll get the boring stuff out of the way first. We're just going to look at the older items that have come through the premium shop many times before, which is going to be this summer clothing set that we picked up today. I want to start by pointing out that the white wrap skirt that comes in this set does have 3 of the 4 tags you're going to want for this Dreamsnap challenge. Overall, this 3-piece set is pretty cute, especially the top. We don't really have many things that have those like spaghetti straps there at the top. I feel like it's unique and fun in a way, and also the frill that kind of goes right below the shoulders is nice. I do wish that the top and the skirt were a little closer in coloration, but they're not so different to like, you know, as to like ruin the outfit or anything. It still looks quite nice. The watch is rather small and easy to miss, but it is cute. I think it's a nice little detail. It goes well with the rest of it. It's not the most exciting thing in the premium shop, but it's also not the most expensive, coming in at 1,200 moonstones. And the item we'll be looking at next is even cheaper. Now, full disclosure, I did not know this when buying this item, so I really hope you're watching this video before making the purchase. This wicker sweetheart basket, if you buy it and you're looking in furniture wondering where the heck is it, well, it's not in furniture. This, just like the fancy snowflake gift bags, is an accessory. And as soon as I was in my furniture tab looking for it, I was like, oh God, it's not even furniture. I'm not a big fan of accessories. I do usually purchase them so we can take a look at them here. I don't have any of the umbrellas. I'm very anti-umbrella, as you know, if you've watched my content. You know, some of the gift bags can be cool. The biggest downside to these items in the game right now is they do nothing for you. We cannot use these accessories and our camera at the same time. If we could use accessories during a Dreamsnap photo shoot, these items would become incredibly viable. And that is something that might happen in the future, but I do not recommend making your Moonstone purchases based on what might happen. Even if you pass on these items and that does end up happening, they should recirculate once the item utility has been improved. So yeah, you know, maybe do yourself a favor and skip on this one if you're low on moonstones. It might not be worth it to spend 850 moonstones on a basket you can carry around. Now, if you think this is the cutest thing ever and you wear a lot of pink and you're really digging the sweetheart setting and the Valentine's Day stuff, this might be a great item for you to equip while you run around your valley. And if you do like this item, I'm not hating on you, you know, go for it. Don't ever let somebody else tell you how to spin your moonstones. I only provide my input here to help people make informed decisions, and your opinion will always trump mine. So keep that in mind. If you think this is worth the value, then you should get it. Don't change your opinion on it just because I said something, you know, that was different from what you believed. I just like to point out that, hey, we can't use these in Dreamsnaps. There's not really much utility to these accessories at this time. And while it is cute, for me and my playstyle, usually when I'm running around my valley, I'm gonna have my hourglass in my hand or my pickaxe. I'm gonna be doing tasks, you know, I'm gonna be doing duties, I'm gonna be busy. So I very rarely have an opportunity to throw an accessory out there. So for me, they're just kind of pointless. With that said, it is a cute little basket. And you know, like I stated before, if you're really into the whole Valentine's Day thing, you might really like this. So the next item we're going to be discussing here is Lady Tremaine's Manor. And I want to start by saying this does look really good. I love the shading. Like if you look closely, you can see how some of the brick is a lot darker, some's a lot lighter. There's a good amount of texture in this, and I love the greenery that's growing up on the side. This is going to look so great in my little village area, so I'm very excited about this one. Now, while I do appreciate the detail of this design and the height, I find it hard to fathom that it costs the same exact amount as the pink castle. So some of the houses we get, as you know, sell for 3,000 moonstones and some sell for 3,750. This particular house, it feels more like a 3,000 moonstone house to me than a 3,750. But it, like I said, it does have some great detail. I love the plants going up the side. I love this tower here in the back. And it is quite tall. And I am in no way hating on the house or saying it's ugly or anything negative, but when you compare it to other 3,750 moonstone premium houses, the difference is pretty staggering. So yeah, the price on this one I feel like is a little bit off. I do not think it should have the same value as the pink castle or as the Dreamlight castle. It's just, yeah, 3,000 moonstones felt a little bit more fair for this. It's tall, like I said, you know, it goes up a good bit, but it is very small compared to our other more expensive premium houses. I think players should have been able to save a few moonstones this week and pick up this one for 3,000, not 3,750, but it's still a really nice house. Like I said, it has great detail. I love the texture on it. I love the plants going, and I also like how some of the tiles have like a little bit of green hue to them. You know, it's a nice, well-detailed house. It's just a little lackluster for the price. That's all I'm saying. I'm happy I have it. Don't get me wrong. I just think it should have been 750 moonstones cheaper. Now, you may have been wondering wondering why I believe the Monsters Incorporated restaurant set is the best value in the shop this week. Well, the answer to that is literally right behind my avatar here. Look at this. This thing is fully animated. Now, this is something we almost never see when it comes to Dreamlight Valley decor. I really hope this is the beginning of a new trend where we start seeing way more animated objects. Now, there have been animated park rides and things that you can interact with and turn on and off, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we have ever had a piece of decor that came with an animated character like the sushi chef here. And I have to say, I absolutely love his animations. I love the fact that he spins his knives. I like the fact that he uses a little salt shaker, that he's looking around at his tentacles, figuring out what he's doing here. It's just so cool. The sushi chef octopus by himself would have been worth 2,000 moonstones in my opinion. But not only do we get the little octo sushi chef here, we also get some really cool items in addition to that. We also get this really cool and elegant sushi dining set. You have these rice paper walls here, you have the hardwood floor on the bottom, and you have these little sushi plates complete with the Monsters Incorporated sushi sets. There's little eyeballs, some tentacles, and it's just really fun looking. Additionally, this thing is pretty big, so I mean, if you have that and the sushi chef, you can make like a full-blown restaurant without much of a problem here. And the last two items to come with this set, you get this nice little table that matches the rest of the restaurant furniture and decor. It's made with that dark wood. And you even get this little Monsters Incorporated sushi platter. It's got a little teapot. There's a couple little cups there. It looks like they have green tea in them. You have the sushi display with the eyeballs. There's some wasabi, or a monster version of wasabi. It even has little chopsticks. Now, if you were wondering, yes, the table can have things placed on it, just like most tables in the game, and this little sushi set fits on there quite nicely and still leaves some room for plates. So if you put it there, you can put some little 1 square plates around it if you wanted to. I know the plates we have in the game aren't really sushi plates, but yeah, you know, just in case you wanted to do that anyway. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know it is very rare for me to say the best item is not a premium house, because premium houses are almost always the best thing to buy from the premium shop. You get a beautiful big piece of decor, you have a new interior to design and decorate. There's just a lot you get from getting a new premium house. But this new item just blows it out of the water in my opinion. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm a little underwhelmed with Lady Tremaine's manor. And there you have it, my friends, another episode of our weekly Dreamsnap series. If you enjoyed this week's episode, do me a very big favor and hit that thumbs up for me, as it helps more people discover my channel, and consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. If you're watching this shortly after it was posted to YouTube, there's a great chance that I'm live on Twitch right now, so come by, say hello, chat with me in real time, and join our growing community. As always, thank you so much for your time today, and good luck in your Dreamsnap challenges. This week's YouTube video shoutout redeemed on Twitch goes to my friend Tia. Thank you for being a good friend and a big part of what makes our community so special.